that it happens intentionally when you're doing it intentionally. And the worst part is that it mostly happens unintentionally.
And even
Thoughts, and these thoughts become what?
Actions.
Oh!
And then they become habits.
Oh! Energy flows where energy
goes. Yes.
Mm,
you can't have a plan for it. One or is not gonna always. His plan always gonna be just a prayer.
You can't be just like, oh, I'll pray about it. I'll pray. What are you doing about it?
Yeah.
You really love money. I'm like, listen, money is the answer to all problems. Okay, you know, I'm telling you the truth, man.
There's the big word again. The N-O, the 2-letter word. You gotta be willing to say no.
Instead of 32 or 36, I don't know what's the set of teeth, they have 40. Let's chill. Hello, bonjour, hola, sunny bonani.
Namaste. What's poppin'? What's going on? Welcome back to another transformative episode of Chilling with the Chaplins. Yes, what's up? What's going on? How's it going, sweetheart? How you feeling today?
Oh no, let's not go there. Like you always want to put me in my feelings. No, ain't happening.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Listen.
Show us how you feeling.
So
how you feeling?
Okay, don't ask us how we're feeling. We know how we're feeling. But what I want us to talk about today is, I've been really thinking about this, and I think we're gonna stretch it out with a couple of episodes as the weeks come in, because it has a lot to do with mental health as well. And you know, I've been speaking to a couple of people and just saying that, you know, they get into their heads, especially with the year coming to an end. We are in the 8th month, almost done with the 8th month of the year, and you look back and you think, oh my God,
what did I do?
Like how is the year ending and I can't even point things that I have achieved? And it gets to people.
Yes,
it's getting to me, because like 2023 for me for now is like, hold on, I didn't create this life. So we want to talk about, did I create this life?
Did I create this life?
Because
did I create this life? Come on.
Listen, some of the things that are just happening, you ask yourself, how did I end up here? And you know, I do a lot of self-reflection because I'm a diary writer as well. I'm a dear diary, but I actually say dear God. I don't say dear diary anymore. I just say dear diary. And I've been talking to a lot of people lately saying, get a diary. If you don't trust your spouse or you don't trust people that you live with, get a locked one. Fortunately for me, my spouse never touches anything of mine. So thank God, I just buy diaries. I don't care whether they're locking or not. I just write because I'm a writer, and it feels good to just express myself on paper. And
I really do believe the vow that we made, that you say I made, what's mine is yours, what's yours is yours.
Okay.
So I don't. That's why. But I don't touch none of your things because I'm like.
No, you don't touch them because
I let you be you.
No, you don't touch them because you're just too pretty occupied with your own stuff.
No, I don't touch it because I let you be you.
You don't become curious sometimes to check out.
No, that's your business.
You touch my mail sometimes.
I don't open it.
Sometimes
I don't.
you do.
Only if it's my name on it. If it's my name on it,
then your name is on it too. I'm a chaplain.
No, but if my first name is on it, then I touch it. But other than that, I don't touch your mail. I don't know what's in your bank account. I don't want to know.
You better not know.
I don't want to know what you do with your money. That's your money. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, that's my business. So let's keep my business to my business.
You know, I believe it. Like,
and I should know your business.
You spend, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. You're supposed to know my business. But yeah, I let you do what you and
I appreciate that, because I really like. First of all, I have. Not that I have any secrets, I don't, because my phone lies around anywhere and we have the same password.
Yes.
So it's not like
I can go in there, but I choose not to.
Right, and same likewise, I don't really go through your phone, because who cares? If you decide to cheat, that's your own problem, right? You deal with it. But like, just respecting personal space as well is very important, whether you're married or not. I think that can be an episode for another day.
Okay.
Because some people really infringe on other people's personal spaces, and because they feel like, oh, you're my wife or you're my husband. Yeah, but you married an individual. You understand? And you married an adult. You married somebody with their own mind, with their own feelings and everything. So I feel like that's why people have mental issues, because they're now entering this marriage and they feel like they can't think on their own because there's this person who's over them. What you doing? Who you talking to? And you had started that as well at some point. You're like, who you talking to? Well, it is none of your business, sir. Thank you very much. You know, it's my phone. Yes, you paid the bill for the phone, but hey, it's still my phone.
It's your phone.
Yeah. So,
I'm curious every now and then. I'm saying, I know she been talking about family and friends. So I'm like, I just be wanting to know which friend or which family member. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, that's just the nosiness or curiosity, I guess, being nosy a little bit.
Anyway, so back to our topic of the day, like,
that I created this life.
Right. It's like it's
Is this the life that I created?
Listen, I mean, we're almost in the 9th month of the year, and you're like, goodness
Dude, girl,
gracious,
what's up? Yeah,
how far have I gone? Like, have I met my goals for the year? What was my intentions that I wrote down? Some people wrote resolutions, and we said it's goals, because the resolutions, they end in the first week of the year. How far have I gone with them? Have I met any of them? If not, how can I make sure that the remaining 3 months, I'm able to at least achieve some of them and not just close off the year without having achieved any? So, I mean, this topic has just been ringing in my mind for a while now, because I was like, at the age that I'm at right now, and with the stuff that I've accomplished, I feel that I've I'm looking for the right English word. I have not done myself justice. I have not accomplished what I was hoping to accomplish by this time in my life. And when I hear thought thinkers out there, new age thinkers, who will tell you that actually you are living the life that you created, darling, I'll be like, oh no!
Yeah, you sure are.
I didn't create this life.
Yes, you did.
Unfortunately, the truth is I did.
Yes, you did.
And the sad part is that sometimes it happens intentionally.
Or unaware.
Oh, and the worst part is, the good part is that it happens intentionally, when you're doing it intentionally. And the worst part is that it mostly happens unintentionally.
Unaware, right?
That's the worst part. Because unfortunately, the universe or earth or,
Heavens, the spiritual realm.
The spiritual realm has no
bounds.
No, it has no. It can't take jokes.
Okay.
So
even though God do have a sense of humor sometimes.
Yeah, but what you say,
yes,
intentionally the first time, even if it's a joke, because some people they will say something and they go, "Oh, I'm just joking." It takes the first thing and it's gone. Especially if you say it with conviction. Oh, listen. That's it. It's created there and there. That's what the Bible says. We create with our mouths, and even our thoughts. Yeah. OMG. Like,
as a man thinketh, so is he.
Man, that is, whoo! That is so
resonate on that one a little bit.
That is so true.
Think about that a little bit. Yeah.
As a man thinketh, so is he. So
that means you're creating your own life.
My God.
With your thoughts. And even
thoughts, and these thoughts become what?
Actions.
Oh.
And then they become habits.
Oh.
And then, so if you think you're wrong, you're gonna get the wrong action.
Woo.
And if you get the wrong actions, you're gonna get the wrong habits. And if you get the wrong habits, you're gonna get the wrong destinations.
Like, the sad part is that this information is not taught the way we're speaking it right now. Like, if I had known this thing from a very young age, I think my life would have been
a lot better. Or you want to rearrange something.
Listen, some choices that I had made, I would not have made it. Yes. Things that I speak or have spoken, I would not have spoken.
Yes.
Because even now, when negativity comes through my mind, I have to remind myself or get somebody of my friends, you, or people in my family that I have taught this life about, because I spread a lot about this. I talk a lot about it, like what we speak becomes.
Yes.
What's the word that I usually say? Energy flows where energy grows.
Yes. Energy flows where energy goes. Yeah.
So what you wanted to say?
Nah, but I did want to say, now, you're right. Because now, when I was growing up, I can say this, I did have the same thoughts growing up a lot of time. Of course, I made some mistakes. I did some things.
You had the same thoughts? What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about, I knew my thoughts since I was a child, even to today. I have 5 things that always...
That's... Okay, go
My
on.
thoughts was to be safe.
Let's not go through your
Okay.
thoughts. Because your life has not...
But other than that,
those
yes.
things.
But here's the thing.
And we get into why.
Yes,
because
we get into
it's one
why.
thing to think
Yes.
and not implement. Or it's one thing to think and then have limiting beliefs that will cancel out your positive thoughts or plans or vision, right? And I think that's where we're coming from today. Is like, okay, you can have a plan. That's why God says, I have a plan for you. And
plans of peace.
Right, but then you come with your own plans, which
and you got it breaks because you got to cancel out your plans and go with God's plan. Yeah, you got. If He have a plan for you, you can't have a plan for it. One is not gonna. His plan always gonna be superior. Right. You know, it's always and his plan is always gonna have your best interest at heart as well.
The question is, how do I know that this is God's plan? Because God is not audible. He won't come to me and say, "Okay, Siza, again, this is your plan for your life. I've decided that you marry a very handsome African American when you turn 36." Lord, you mean I'm gonna wait until I'm 36 to get married? That's just my internal mind thinking.
Yeah.
Siza, again, you will not have children until you are in your 40s. You know, like some of the things, like is everything, even the delays, because I don't think God is a God of delay.
No.
Even the delays in our lives, are they God ordained? Is that God's plan? Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Because right now we just want to tend to our garden of life, just like how a gardener tends to their garden.
Yes.
We're taking care. We're doing internal auditing right now.
Yeah.
You know, checking ourselves and correcting where we've gone wrong. Because I think I think Oprah Winfrey says this very well, that we are the authors of our lives. We are the captains of our lives, right? We are in control of that steering wheel. You know, yes, if you're Christian, you follow God's principles in steering that wheel, but ultimately you are the captain. Because even when you pray, you're speaking what you want to see in your life, right? And I don't see anyone praying negatively. Oh, I want to be poor. Oh, I want to be this. You know, everybody wants to speak positivity in their lives. But the challenge is, and this is what we want to talk about today mainly, is that the negative thoughts that come in and cancel out these positive things that you've been saying or been asking from God, how do we deal with that?
Yeah.
How do we continue to nurture this life that we want, and so that it becomes what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, because definitely that's the power of reflection, you know, and that's what we're gonna explore today, the power of reflection, because you know we do fall back a lot of times into negative. We it's, you know, a lot of times we know what we sometimes some of us might know what we want or might have a objective where we want to go, but then we fall back into the negative mindsets, negative thinking. And so it's very important that we be intentional. You know, the seeds of intentions. It's very to be planting the seeds of intentionality and
I don't think there's such a word of intentionality. I think you just made up a word.
I did.
Intentionality.
You know, hey, that's my grammar. You know what I'm saying?
No, English is your first language.
Hey, I'm trying to think it. I'm trying to think of the the correct word. I'm trying to think of the correct word to say.
In
And
other words,
sometimes,
let us set clear intentions.
yes, clear
about our
intentions.
life,
Thank you.
where we want to go,
That's what I'm talking about.
like what we desire, what we see, and I think that's why it's.
This is why I didn't like to speak for a very long time. I was always in my head, and
See that, and that's where.
and that's why it was hard for me to go forth and to do things because I'm always thinking I'm gonna say the wrong thing. And I don't
But
know
that's okay. Steve Harvey doesn't have the best grammar.
Yeah, I know,
E.T.
but I was,
doesn't have the best grammar. Like we have so.
but I was always in my
What's this
head.
woman that I love?
Lisa Nichols?
Lisa Nichols doesn't have the best grammar, and these people will tell you, but they're successful millionaires because they had to get out of their heads, and you should stop. And
No, but this is why I was in my head. Now I'm stepping out there regardless if I make a
But
mistake.
you keep raising it every time.
Oh no! That was just a point that I was saying. That's the thing. The reason why, because we create our own life, and this is why my life was the way it was.
But this is what I'm saying
I was
is
in my
that
head.
you should stop saying it because that's the past. Because every time you raise it, you give yourself
I got you.
an excuse of
Yes.
why you have not reached where you're supposed
No,
to
I'm
reach.
saying I was talking about the past. So I was saying in past tense. The reason why I didn't get I wasn't doing what I should be doing because I was in my head past tense. Present tense, I'm doing it and I'm speaking more life into my life. But I am talking about. But I'm not.
Let's go
The
back.
goal is not dwelling on my faults.
Let's go back to that point though, because it's such an important point. Because in the beginning you said you've always had these 5 thoughts about your life plans, the goals. But then again, at 40, whatever age you are, you have not achieved half of these things.
Yes, I haven't achieved half of them.
And the reason is what we're talking about. You've created that.
Mm-hmm.
You not achieving it is because of what you've spoken into your life.
Yeah.
You might have had these
Or
thoughts.
limited belief, or things like you said, things I spoke in mindset, or
Yes. You might have had these goals.
But I still
these
had to
life
do the
goals.
work, and I still had to think clear and all that. Okay, you still
And you getting in your head.
that was hindering me from achieving the things that I
Because
want to
when you
achieve.
get in your head, you think of all these negative things.
all these negative things.
So what happens is already, even if you have the plan, you cancel it out.
I cancel it out. Yeah, I
Right.
cancel it out.
So when we say plant seeds of intention in your life, we're saying have a goal, have a vision, write it down, make it plain like the Bible instructs us to do, so that what you speak aligns
With what you do. Yeah.
right. Because now sometimes we're good speakers, but we are bad doers.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And I'm also very guilty of that. I mean, I know.
And
New
another
Age
thing too, we
very
could be
well.
good. We could be.
You just cut me out.
I'm sorry. I'm
Go
not.
ahead.
I can't get it out. Go ahead. I'm sorry. But I was gonna reverse it,
Right.
because I was gonna talk about you could be. You said good speakers, right?
Yeah. Like speaking, like
And
for
bad
example,
doers.
like for
And
example.
you could be bad doers, good doers, and bad speakers.
Right.
Yeah.
But then I prefer the other way around. Because if you're doing, even though you're not speaking it, but at least you're an action taker.
Mm-hmm.
Just like people in the community. Next opportunity window, we're action takers.
Yes.
So if you're an action taker, at least you're taking action towards your desired goals and visions, right? Versus a person who just decides, you know what, I'm just gonna speak it and end up not putting action into it.
Yes.
Because even with the Bible, faith without action
Works,
is
yeah,
dead.
is dead.
You know, you can't be just saying, "Oh, I'll pray about it. I'll pray." What are you doing about it?
Yeah, you got to put some action. You got to be intent. You got to do it with some intention and clear intentions. Don't just put the word intention without clear, because a lot of times you can have intention, but if you're not clear on it, then yeah, it's like it's
I actually
nothing.
shared this with one of my little young sisters. She's like an adopted sister, and she's at an age where she's looking for a boyfriend, partner, And I said to her, as you're starting the dating scene, it is very important for you to know exactly what you're looking for.
Yes,
Because
yes.
you'll end up kissing 100 frogs for
Yeah,
no reason.
for no reasons.
So write it down. Be very clear about the person you're looking for.
Yes.
Yes, maybe at 22, 23, you don't really know, but you've got probably
You have an idea.
An idea,
An
right?
idea.
And as you age and as you date,
It begins to change.
It begins to change, and it start beginning to be also much clearer. You know. And I think the mistake that I made was that I wasn't clear enough.
Yes.
Some of the things that I wanted in a husband, that matter, I did not write it down. I didn't put an intention out there, and hence I didn't get them. Honest truth.
Honest truth.
And fortunately, I got the things that I wrote down, but were they enough? If I had had a Siza in my life back then who said, no, go, be very clear, like write each and everything so that the intention is out there. Because as you write it down, and as you speak it, it gets out in the universe, and God grasps it and makes sure that He brings it to pass.
When we talk about be very specific and be very clear, you know, and so like even when you're younger, you want to write down everything.
Your deepest desires and your values.
Because
like,
remember,
write everything
when you're
down.
young, you could be strict because you're still young. So you have time to make changes.
Right.
And so you know, as you get older, like okay, you can lay off some of the things that you put down. Maybe if you ain't find nobody with all the things, because you want that 80-20 thing again. So you know that 80-20, like if that person got 80% of your list, you know, you choose, you know, which one that you can live on, which one you can't live with, because nobody's perfect. You know, but you have this clear intention and say, okay, I can live with this and I can't live with this.
Because as you have this clear intention, it helps, you know, to honor this intention.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It helps you to honor what you've written down, what you've spoken in your life, so that you're able to accomplish it. Right.
Yeah. Basically nourishing those roots, you know, like a garden. When you plant a garden, you know, the garden's job is to nourish the roots. It needs water. It needs to be nourished because
it needs to be plugged out. Because sometimes you water and then things will come in and like bugs, weeds. And once in a while, I think that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We are plugging out the weeds, and we are recognizing that there are things that we planted along with this tree or with this plant that was not supposed to go in the ground.
Yes.
Because it will grow with the tree, and it will suffocate the tree.
Or you will kill the roots.
Suffocate.
Yeah, you will kill it, and it won't grow, and you won't accomplish the things you want to. So it's very important that to honor your core values. And I know some people probably don't know what their core values, and that's why a lot of times when a person don't know their core values, they jump into things that they shouldn't be jumping into things.
But then, like, the question is, when do you know that these are your core values? You know, because as you grow, like we said, things change. You know, and Michelle Obama said it very beautifully that we are always becoming. We are always becoming. You're becoming until the day you die. Because as you grow, you're a totally different person. I was talking to, like I said, my adopted sister this morning. I said to her, because she was telling me how she gets into her head and, you know, and it ends up, she feels depressed, blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, you know, the person that left South Africa to come to the United States is a completely different person that I'm speaking to right now. Because you've seen stuff, you've experienced stuff, right? And through that, your goals and intentions that you had before you left South Africa are completely, maybe not completely, but they are somewhat different to what you want right now. You know, life evolves.
Yes.
You know, you're not the same person you were yesterday.
Yes.
10 years ago, you know, and you will be a different person in 5 years' time, tomorrow for that matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing too is sometimes pressure causes you to avoid your core values.
Pressure from what?
Like, you know, sometimes you get pressure, whatever, you know,
peer pressure,
or maybe life pressure, or maybe you time pressure. You got, you know, something you know, you're like, oh man, time running out, and so I need to do this, and pressure causes you to skip the process or abort the core values and do something that's gonna you might regret later on. You know, so and that's just why you got to be careful and allowing pressure to get to you, because sometimes we have pressures every
What do
day.
you think causes the pressure?
It could be anything. It could be anything. Like I said, time pressure. It could be peer pressure. But yeah, that pressure is I'm telling you, that thing is dangerous sometimes, because you're like, man, it's not happening yet, and things not. And this is why it's very important.
That's why some people sometimes take shortcuts.
Yes, that's
and
what I
then
said.
the shortcuts put them in trouble.
And put them in trouble. And that's why. And they have some intentions, clear intentions. They have core values. You know, they have some values and some belief system. But the pressure gets to them that they deviate from their intent, their clear intent. They deviate from their core values.
So now we've already planted seeds of intention, we've nourished the root, and now we're trimming dead leaves.
Because it's very important to control, because you can't stop these things. You can't stop the pressure from coming.
I think we've passed pressure now. Now we are trimming these dead leaves.
Okay.
We've planted seeds of intentions, and we've nourished the roots. So now they're growing. But then, like we said, even an example of pressure, weeds and everything else that is wrong that goes into this tree that you're planting, you want to trim and remove some of these things that don't belong.
Yes, and what is those? Is the limiting beliefs.
Limiting beliefs.
Yes.
So we're trying to get rid of them, because we all have some sort of limiting
Yes,
beliefs.
all
but
of
it
it.
all takes you to train your mind, because the mind, remember, is the battlefield.
Yes.
You have to train your mind to say, okay, it's coming. Oh my God, it's coming. Let me try and I've just said something. And it's always good to have people around you who will always course correct you.
Yes.
And say, oops, no, change that. You've just said something negative about your life, about yourself. Oh, stop, pause, reflect, you know. So, because when you do that, then you are removing these negative thoughts that will cancel out all that work that you've done already.
Yeah.
Because limiting beliefs, they are our biggest enemy.
Yeah, even the song, the writer in Hebrew, it tells us that some people say Paul, but we're not sure about that. But he said, letting go of every weight. You know, and that's very important.
Because these limiting beliefs are heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy.
They're heavy.
And we gotta be
Make
getting.
an example of a limiting belief for our viewers who don't really.
My limiting belief was, I was in my head that people's gonna judge me if I'm gonna say the right things, or you know, that was my limiting belief. And so
I want to make a limiting belief or a belief on money, because you know my sister-in-law knows. We were talking earlier. She's like, "You really love money." I was like, "Listen, money is the answer to all problems." Okay, even the Bible says so. It's not a matter of me loving money, but it's a matter of understanding that we need money to solve problems.
Yes,
we need money to
solve
do
problems.
things.
Yes.
You know, so anything that helps me to achieve that goal faster, but legally, I will definitely try out. You know, and so my point is, for me, money has always been a limiting belief. Yes, I didn't grow up in a poor household, but I grew up in a hustling household. My grandmother was a hustler of note. She sold everything and anything.
And you picked it up.
Except for anything illegal, of course. But, I mean, she would sell a bathing costume to an Eskimo, and they would buy it happily. You know, and I picked it up, and I pray that I'm able to honor that legacy that she left, and build on it, and it becomes like successful.
You want to tell one of the stories that your grandmother died?
No, because of time, we won't. Maybe another time. But my point is, one
It
of
was funny. Oh my
one of
God.
my limiting beliefs was that, you know, my grandmother always told me that you work hard for money, and with me learning,
And you don't have to work hard for
that's
money.
where I'm going.
You
And
don't
with
have to
me
work hard.
learning to have a relationship with money, I'm finding out that you don't necessarily have to work hard for money. But I'm sure most of you who are listening to us right now, we have been told this. Oh, you have to work hard for money. No, some people just breathe and have money. You know, some people they're just alive and they're good because they were taught that money just comes to you naturally.
And
Easily and effortlessly. And that is one of my affirmations now. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly in multiple ways, you know. And if I had learned that from an early age and not being taught that money doesn't grow from trees, money does grow from trees. For crying out loud, money is paper.
It's paper.
It grows from trees. Whoever came up with that?
Because that was the excuse that they want to, because they didn't have it.
But then they instilled it in our minds.
Yeah.
And our poor minds always think that, oh, you can't just have money. And when you have a lot of money, you feel like you're doing it's wrong. You know? And unfortunately, that messed us up.
It did. It messes up.
You know? And I feel like I wish that we teach this new generation these things. That's why, as much as I'm a Christian, I'm very much for New Age teaching. Well, some of it, not all of it. Where we taught that we speak things. It's, you know, the sad thing is that this New Age thing is the Bible. Just that it's said in a different way. Like you speak things into existence. You say affirmations. What does the Bible tell us?
Yeah, call those things as be not as though they were.
Thank you. Just like when we like to yesterday church was so good. The preacher said religion is dangerous. Because we become so religious that we don't know how to interpret the Bible in the now.
In the now. And God is now. Faith is now.
What did I say? Apamangam. Amanga. Ami.
Okay.
Where's my lies?
Where my what?
Lies. Wait,
Lies.
am I lying? Like, you know, I'm telling you the truth, man. Right.
But what happened because and the reason why the people that got it and they because they started that process of what we're doing right now with this episode. They got clear with their intentions. They started not going against their core values. You know, something come their way that wasn't their values or whatever. They said, nope, can't do it. And this is why we got to be strong with the things that we believe. We got to be strong with our values. There's something coming because you're gonna, even if you're dating someone, if you see something that's against what you believe, or you see something that like, oh, that's not what I asked for, then you gotta be willing. Say will. You gotta be willing to walk away. You have to be willing to walk away. You gotta be willing to say, there's a big word again, the N-O, the 2-letter word. You gotta be willing to say no. You gotta be willing to say no.
Yeah, you gotta be selfish. And sometimes we're just not selfish enough about
ourselves. Yeah, we're not selfish enough.
And that's why even walking away from marriages is okay.
I'm saying, if they're not abusing you.
If the marriage is not serving you, girl or boy, get your ass out of that house.
That's the new age thinking. I'm still old school. I'm still old school.
I am telling you, because you don't want 5 years, 10 years down the line to sit down and regret and say, if only. Yeah, one of those days where our parents would say, oh, just stay. You know, in our language they say begazela. The begazela age is gone.
Yeah, that's the new age thinking. No, I'm saying
because what happened?
Because people doing it just to be doing it. Like they so quick to instead of working things out, and it's not gonna be easy. I don't care who you date.
Nobody said it's gonna be easy, but let's just talk about that for a minute.
Even the people that you,
the old age people, the old school people that remain in toxic marriages or in marriages that were not. Toxic doesn't mean somebody's beating you up.
Yeah.
Right? Toxic means it's not serving your purpose is not serving you as an intention that you went into.
Maybe the person needs to go do some readjustments or check and see how they can serve, because maybe
probably the reason why they think that it's not serving them is because they've done that already. They've realized, oh, I shortchanged myself, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
To realize that I shortchanged myself.
Yes, and that's okay. And so now, okay, because you don't want to get a divorce just because you say, you realize I shortchanged myself.
Because all these old school people that you are talking about, all these old school people that you are talking about, they are miserable.
I'm not for divorce.
Of course,
God is not for divorce. God is against divorce. I'm against divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying now, okay, maybe
you got divorced.
You're right, but I still don't. I'm not for it. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? Let's say, what happened is, you get a divorce, and every time, when is it gonna work out? That means it's not. Come on, you should not get married.
There's a gentleman called Lebo in South Africa.
That's why people get married 3, 4, 5 times.
And I'm about to make that example. There's a gentleman called Lebo in South Africa. He's actually one of those co-creators of The Lion King. He's probably on his 5th marriage, okay? And he's getting a divorce right now as we speak.
Because
I love Lebo M because he listen, if it's not serving me anymore, go bye.
Nah.
Yes.
Then when you marry, just don't get married. Just be boyfriend, girlfriend.
Why not? If I want to marry you, instead of just dating you or
who are you serving? Are you going to serve Bell or are you going to serve God?
I'm serving myself.
Then I mean you're not serving God, and so
serving myself.
So God is not your servant.
But serving myself.
God is not your master. God is not.
I'm not going to stay in a toxic relationship just because I'm trying to please.
Who says toxic?
Because you don't get a divorce because when you're happy. You get a divorce when you are unhappy. And this is what we are talking about in this episode, is that we do self-reflection. It's okay to change your mind.
Yeah, it's okay. But once you marry, and this is why it's very, I'm going to say it again. There's 2 important dates in a person's life.
The day you get saved.
The day you get saved, the day you get married. So it's very important. That's why you gotta be.
You might have made a mistake with the person.
But guess what?
And that's okay.
Hold on. Yes. No. Now, okay. So guess what? Let's say you wasn't clear with your intentions and you got mad. Okay, and now you realize, man, I wish I'd have did this, or I wish I would have had this. Now you try to, okay, and this is why the disassessment also is very important.
When are we doing that episode?
That's going to be next week. That's next week. That's why it's very important to know that, because I'm guaranteeing once you start understanding your partner and your partner understand you understand him or whatever, now you're able to flow a lot better, because now you know, okay, what ticked that person off, or how that person like, and how.
But if they're willing to be a team player, because some people out there are married to people who just don't want to be team players.
Who know? But
that's just the honest truth, and you cannot stay in a marriage or in a relationship that does not serve you. I end there.
If they're not
doesn't serve you, go get out. I'm telling you right now. Boy, get out.
No, if they're not beating you, though,
but you don't have to be necessarily beaten physically. But that's what you're wrong. Some people get beaten emotionally. Some people get beaten financially.
This is what I heard, right? Because even in marriage, this is what I heard. And when you marry somebody, right? Because if the man's not doing, and this man married an ambitious woman, that woman eventually gonna do her own thing, even though they married. They're gonna fulfill their own ambitions.
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
And lead you out.
Like we different.
No, it's not supposed to.
Yes, we different.
No, you put it come together and hopefully.
And me do what you want.
No,
because that's how it usually is. Oh, you have to submit.
I'm not. You're not letting me finish.
Nonsense.
You're not letting me finish. No, but guess what? I love that her son a little bit earlier. God created Eve for man. He created Eve for man, not man for woman. He created Eve.
You see what I have to deal with?
For men.
Do you see what I have to deal with?
No, but here's the thing, right?
Like, who said that? Where is it in the Bible? Show me where in the Bible.
Read Genesis chapter 1, 2 to 3.
And did he say,
Yeah, he created Eve for man.
So what does that mean? I have to serve Adam?
No, you don't. Come on, you looking at the slave thing. No, slave. Hold on. Because here's the thing. This is why
you marry me at 36. What you think? I've accomplished certain things.
This is why
I'm not gonna come here and.
This is why it's very important. Like both people had to find themselves. They had to know what they are called to do.
That's why when you come into a marriage, you have to come in being 100% you. Meeting another 100%. This thing of being 50-50, it doesn't work.
It don't work.
It has to be a completely 100, so that you're not looking for somebody to make you happy. You're not looking for somebody to complete you. You're coming in complete already.
Complete already, yes. And so and so here's the thing, right? Because again, the man should be working on his dream. Now,
what about the woman?
Now, a woman, right? Because God created a woman with all this creativity, right? That's why they always say, behind every good man is a good woman. And this is why, a lot of times, the man has the vision, he has the dream, he married the woman, and the woman seen that man working on his dream and working on his vision, and then she make it bigger. Remember, I told you, go back to Mount Monroe. We go back to Mount Monroe. You give a woman a sperm, she give you a baby. You give a woman groceries, she give you a meal. You give a woman
there are men who
a
don't
house,
do
she give
that.
you a home. But
there are men who don't do that,
agree.
and not just a few. We've got plenty of men who don't know their roles,
and they wrong.
So they cannot expect a woman to submit to a man who's not being a man.
But this
because most women end up wearing pants in a house because men don't know their role.
But going back to the thing, I agree. But see pressure. This is why
because
you
of
gotta
time.
be clear.
Let's continue.
But here,
let's just
hold on. Because of pressure, right? Because of pressure, they probably seen that from the beginning. Sometimes you see it from the beginning.
See what?
That man is like that. Sometimes you can't see that man.
It's
like
the red flags that we as women usually ignore. And I think we should have a topic on this, that why are we ignoring red flags? Because the red flags are there. But we ignore them because why? We want to wear that white dress.
The pressure.
Nonsense.
The pressure.
Want to be called a Mrs.
Or they want to, like you said, time or whatever. Maybe they feel like they're getting too old. They're getting older, whatever. So
then you get miserable for the rest of your life.
And they had clear intentions, but all these things come about. And so that's why we're talking about you have to have clear intentions. You have to be,
and if those intentions
you
end up making a wrong decision, then I would say to
you gotta eliminate belief.
Walk away. Okay.
But
on that point, because we need to wrap it up because of time, I want to remind you to please subscribe to this channel. If you're really enjoying this topic and you're enjoying this episode, please share, please subscribe. Somebody might just learn from it. Somebody might be going through what we're talking about and they just needed some confirmation, some affirmation. So share that with your friends, families, and the strangers. To say, you know what, I heard this podcast, you want to listen to it? You share. It won't cost you a dime. Please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. And also don't forget to go to our audio platform to listen to it if you're not able to watch it on YouTube. And I want to go to say also this podcast was sponsored by
Next Opportunity Window. Yes, we're the dope, vibrant community where we're to come together, we're to learn, we're to grow, we're to channel our limited belief so that we can begin to remove those limited beliefs. We're able to learn what limited beliefs we do have and begin to build on our core values so that we can begin to take action. Because if we know why we're not taking action, we're not action takers and taking advantage of different opportunities that may arise, it's because of the limited beliefs. It's because of the lack of support we do have. And we say join the community, the next opportunity window where you can receive support, where you can receive growth and learning and development so that you can be the best version that you want to be, so that you can be you, and so that you be you confidently, and begin to take action. So we say join the community. It's here for you. We here for you. Well, we willing to embrace your imperfection, because we all imperfection. But guess what? We grow and we develop it to be our best self. So we say take that plunge, take advantage of the next opportunity window. The link is in the description. And yes, and so I want to talk about pruning for growth. Pruning for growth, embracing change and growth. That's a tough one. Embracing change.
It ain't tough.
It ain't tough,
because
but
you already trimmed the dead leaves, right?
Yeah.
You already let go of limiting beliefs.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
what you have is where you want to go.
yes.
So you're working with where you want to go. So all you need to do, because when we prune stuff, we're just making sure that it's still in place, still growing. Now we're saying we're embracing the change and
Yes.
growth and the journey. It's just now here and there. Of course, there'll be humps and bumps, so you tweak it here and there and stuff. But all you just embrace the
change.
journey.
Yes, and
Embrace
even
the
if you're an
process.
individual, let's say you are doing this, right? But your partner not. You still embrace the change, and you allow him or her time to learn it. And so how do you get that individual to go on the journey with them? You share, hey baby, watch this.
I know some people who do not watch things, even if you make them watch it.
No, that's not true. But no, you share it, and on their time, when they have time, they probably watch it, But
one
you
thing
don't
I know
stop.
that
You keep
cannot,
doing it.
you cannot teach an old dog
New
tricks.
tricks.
At 32, a man who comes in with, my grandmother used to say, "Lo muntu uza namazinyawo 32, like 32 teeth.
You
Full
can't
in
change.
their mouth, and you think you're gonna change them?
You can't change
Some
nobody.
even have extra teeth. Instead of 32 or 36, I don't know what's the set of teeth, they have 40.
I don't got no 40 teeth. You ain't pointing at me. I don't have no 40 teeth.
People come with
Don't point at me. I don't have no 40 teeth. Don't even do that. Don't even try that. The devil is a liar. I don't have no 40 teeth.
So how do I teach an old dog new tricks? I don't. Well, doesn't Christina say, take them to the Lord? But hey, some of these people.
But here's the thing. But you got to embrace the change and because you might be on the journey. That don't mean the other person on the journey. And so you got to give that person space to be on that journey. And you don't give up on that individual just because you on this journey right now. And so we saying, but you can take steps to yeah, baby, watch this. Let's watch this together. And what it is, it might be a personal development video that you both watching, you both enjoying. So this is, you sneak things in there that you want to watch, that you can enjoy. Like, baby, let's do this. So that you watching things that's gonna change the mindset, because you want him to be on the journey or you want her to be on the journey, and you sneak things in there. Little bit, you got women, y'all good with that. Y'all know how to sneak things in and
We're masters.
so, but you gotta embrace change. You gotta prune for growth, and just like a gardener, he prune for the growth, because he know when it's gonna happen. He know, but he take all these procedures, these processes, and for the growth, because he know that change is gonna happen during the season. He know that because he been doing it for a long time. He know a certain time of the year this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen. So he embraced for that. And this is what you have to do in your life. You have to embrace for those different changes to come in your life, because it's gonna come. Those changes is gonna happen. You gotta be willing to embrace.
And as the changes
and
come,
sometimes you're gonna hate your husband, you're gonna hate your wife. And you're like, man, why did I marry this man? Why did I marry this woman? Sometimes you're gonna bump heads, man, what's going on? And sometimes you're gonna be on a different journey, and then a different wavelength than your partner, and that's okay. That lets you know that you evolving.
Did I create this life?
Yeah, you're changing. So you can't fault one person because they're not on that wavelength yet. You might be on, and so you gotta that's why patience is a virtue and grace is a virtue. That's why I'm like, oh, just to get a divorce. Nah, that's because you might be on a journey. Don't forget about the man or the woman that you married when you first.
I'm not pro.
Don't forget about the man or woman that you married when you first met. What happened to?
Listen, when you start living with them, they're totally different. Like, whew,
yeah, everyone changed. Everyone changed when you start living with them. Everyone.
Okay,
that's natural. But
as we close off, we're saying so now we've pruned this tree. It's blooming, and blooming to me means, just embracing this journey now, enjoying, giving gratitude that, oh wow, look at how good this tree looks.
Yes.
We've walked this journey. It hasn't been easy. Planting those seeds of positivity along the way and creating the life that you really want to see yourself living in the next 5, 10, 15 lifetime years. But the point of the matter is we create experiences, we create our lives through our mouths. I think that's the core of this message today, is that, even as you celebrate your journey, you be audible about it. Say things like, I'm so happy and grateful that, I'm so thankful that, this and this. Be thankful for the little things that you see in your life.
I'm so thankful that my man had changed a little bit. I'm so thankful that my wife had changed a little bit. I'm so thankful. I'm grateful for the little change that I do see.
Yeah, but not just that. Because the aim is not changing someone.
Yes.
And I've heard somebody say, all this time I wanted to change my spouse, but I realized
should be changing yourself.
I should be changing
myself.
That's
the point I was trying.
So just being grateful that you are becoming, you are the woman that you love seeing you become, and that takes work. That takes a lot of affirmations. That takes a lot of you even speaking life into your own life, into your own spouse, into your family, into your pocketbooks. But it takes work, and for us to also try and cancel out the negative thoughts that are always trying to overtake these good thoughts that are in our lives. And that's how we've created the lives that we have.
Yes,
and if you're unhappy about the life that you have, we blame you.
Yes, you
blame
blame yourself. Yes, you have to blame yourself.
I blame myself.
Can't blame nobody else. But here's the thing: don't stay in it.
Yeah.
Just make some changes. Go. If you have to, and this is the thing. Sometimes we are. Go back over the notes. Go back over this video and re-listen, take notes, rewind it, forward it, take notes, and make and
throw some good nuggets here.
Yeah, and then ask God to speak to you. Like, okay, Lord, speak to me, show me, direct me. Where do you want me to go? Wherever God you serve. Lord, speak to me. What through the message or
but
through the word.
we really promote one God, to be honest.
Yes.
And his name is Jesus.
Jesus, yes, his name. That's the God we promote.
On that note, we want to say thank you for tuning in. It was just a pleasure to share this with you. And if you want to hear more of these topics, please do let us know on the comment section. And whatever else you want to hear, let us know so that we know what to share with you. But yeah, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to say thank you for your support. And thank you for tuning in. And
if you're an inspiring entrepreneur, you stuck, you have some blind spots, you don't know where to go. We say join the 6-month mentorship boot camp, turn your idea into a sustainable and scalable business from scratch, and let us help you to know how to price your business, know how to market your business, learn how to structure your business, so that you're able to build a sustainable and scalable business. So we said join the community. If you're an inspiring entrepreneur, you have an idea, but you don't know how to get started, we're here to help you. You don't have to do it alone. We're here to help you work through the blind spots and normal prices and things like that, because you don't want to be, you don't want to skip steps. You want to have the information so that you're able to do it right and do it correctly. So join the 6-month mentorship boot camp. And if you want to be friends with us, you're welcome to be friends with us. You can be friends with my wife
at Ladies is the One on Instagram and Threads.
Yes, and you can be friends with me on at Get Inspired by LJ on Instagram and Threads, and I am verified, yes. So you don't have to worry about it. I am me on Instagram. There's only one me, so yes, I am verified. So yeah, we hope this episode was a blessing to you. We hope you take notes and you share it with your friends. And so guess what?
I already said that. Bye guys.
Yes, we'll see you in the next
video.
video. Yes, and if you like this video, check out the next video we have for you. Take care. Bye.